Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So today what we're going to be focusing on is the Paycheck Calculator program. So this program pretty much checks how many hours you worked, what's your hourly pay, it finds the gross pay, then it finds the tax rate, and it minuses the tax amount to find your take home pay. So it's pretty much saying this is how much you made minus the taxes, and this is what you have left. All right, so here's an example program right after this line. So we're going to print out Paycheck Calculator. Then we're going to pretty much say hours worked. The user is going to input this value. So this value is going to be changing from program execution to another execution. And then we're going to do the same thing with hourly pay rate. And the user will enter this value. It can be a different number. It can be $17. It could be $9 or $9.50. And then the computer will automatically generate everything under. So it's going to calculate the gross pay, which is 35 times 1450. And then the tax rate, we're going to keep it 18%. So this should just be hard coded into the actual program. So there's nothing new to be there. As you can see, the tax rate is going to stay at 18%. And then we're going to find the tax amount. So what is actually being subtracted from our gross pay. And then we are pretty much going to auto generate again our take home pay. So the equations we need, this is not necessarily an equation, but it's useful all the less. So tax rate is going to be 18%. So for our gross pay, it is the hours worked times the hourly rate. That's how we're going to find this equation right here. And then we have the tax amount. So the gross pay times the tax rate divide 100, or you can automatically have it as a decimal number if you like. And then our take home pay, which is our gross pay minus our tax amount. And we want to round these to two decimal places. I don't want to have more values than is needed because this is money. Money only has two decimal places. All right, so just take a look at it real quick. Hours worked, hourly pay rate, user's going to input those numbers, and this is going to be auto-generated. So please take some time to work on this problem and come back when you are ready. But for us that are here, let's just get on with it. So what we are going to do is we are going to include our iOS stream. Then we're going to include our IO manip. And if you guys remember, this directive is specifically so we can set our precision to do round to two decimal places. Then we're going to do our using namespace std. Our main function is going to be declared here. Now, what do we want to do? I want to declare my variables, and I'm going to keep them all doubles because these values can have decimal places. Hours can have decimal places. Everything can have decimal places. So I'm going to have the first variable as hours worked, hourly pay, gross pay, and take home. So the variables that are declared right now were hours worked, hourly pay, gross pay, and take home pay. Now, I like to do I'm a little weird. I like to have the tax a little different. So I'm going to have the tax rate. And I'm just going to say it's 18. Or if I want, yeah, let's just keep it 18. And then the tax amount. All right. So let's get started with the actual programming. So we're going to have our cout function. We're going to have this paycheck calculator. And then I'm going to have two new line functions to have that enter. So you see, what I'm doing right now is that Paycheck Calculator. The new line goes to the next one, and then I want another new line to go to this line, so it can be right here. Alright. Then I'm going to do another cout, and this one's going to say hours worked. And this is when I want the user to input some value. So we're going to store this in hours worked. Same thing for the second one. Cout, hourly pay rate. And we're also going to ask to put some input in there. So we're going to do hourly pay. Alright, so this is when we start to use our equations. So our gross pay equals our hours worked times our hourly pay. And the reason why I use these equations down here is because this is where I finally get my numbers, so I can change the value of gross pay. I don't want to have these equations over here because I have no values for hours worked or hourly pay yet. Alright, so the next one we're going to do tax amount. So that's going to be gross pay times tax rate divide 100. Then our take-home pay equals our gross pay minus our tax amount. And now this is where we put our second half. This is where we figure out this right here. Our gross pay, tax rate, tax amount, and take-home pay. Alright, so we're going to have cout. So we want to have a new line function here because let's do an end line here. So we're going to have gross pay. Alright, we have our gross pay right here. This shows our value. So what we can do is we can have a tab here. Tab, new line. End line. Alright, we can do the same thing for the next ones. It's going to be tax rate. Honestly, we can just hard code this into here. We can just say 18%. We're going to end line. So it goes to the next line. And then we have our tax amount. Which is tax amount. End line. Cout. It's going to be take home for the last one. And end line. Alright, so if I wrote it correctly, there should be no syntax problems. What I haven't done yet, and which I will do in a second after I debug this program, is I will round the decimal places. I haven't yet. So let's see how it looks like before. It's going to be coming out with a few different decimal places. So let's practice this one. Let's see how it looks with this one. All right, so the hours worked is 35. The hourly pay rate is 14.50. The gross pay is 5075, 18%, 9135, and 416.15. So what we have to do is we need to fix some of this formatting. So the hours, we should not have an end line right here. And I see that there's some tab keys that I did not have on these. Alright, let's try that one more time. Start debugging it. Let's try one more time. So the hours worked is 35, 14, 50. So we have our 507, 18%, 9135, and 1415. This tab key should be over here. Alright, so let's put in a different value. Let's say we worked 40 hours. We got paid $18.18. So our gross pay is $727.20. Our tax rate is 18%. Our amount is 130.896. Remember, this is money. We should only have two decimal places. And our take-home pay is 596.304. So we want to fix those decimal places. What we want to do is we should add another C out here. Let's take a little space. Another C out here. And then we want to put fixed. Alright? That's it for that. Now, what we saw that was having problems was the tax amount and the take-home pay. So I want to set precision to 2. And let's try that out. Debug this. So we are doing 40. And we're doing 18.18. So as you can see now, our tax amount is 130.90. And our take-home pay is 596.30. Well, I hope you guys really did try to do this program. It would help with your programming a lot. And what I need to do is just do the same set precision up here, but it be easy, not too difficult. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe, turn on those notifications, anything. So thank you guys. Please have a blessed day.